For dinner, I am making chili, and I thought it'd be fun to share my recipe. I think it's pretty basic, but I also know that everyone has their own way of making it. So here's mine, and now we can compare and contrast recipes. We're gonna start out by chopping our veggies. I have a few things I put in here, but the only thing I'm substituting is this red onion because I forgot to grab a white or yellow one. It's not gonna make a huge difference, but typically I do white. And then we have some peppers, some jalapenos. I like it spicy, these are optional. And then some garlic. I did a pretty rough chop, but we have some jalapenos, yellow pepper, red onion, and then a red pepper. And we're just gonna throw that into our pot, but I need to get the stove heated up first, so let's do that. I'm gonna put some oil in the bottom of my pot. Now that the oil's hot, I'm going to throw my veggies in. All right, let me show you. We're gonna give it a good stir. There's some chunks in there, but it's okay. You always want to season as you go. We have some salt, pepper, and then I'm gonna put more in once I add the meat. Now that my veggies are at the point that I need them to be, I'm going to add in the meat, and I'm going to do about half of this Italian sausage, so about half a pound, and then a little less than a pound of ground beef. We just have this saved in the freezer, so that's why it's in a Ziploc bag. Just throwing that in. Then we add the beef in. And then I have my little meat chopper that I'm going to chop everything up with. If you don't have one of these, you need to get it. This is also a great housewarming gift. I use mine all of the time. While this is cooking, I'm going to throw some fresh garlic in. Once that's all cooked, I like to add in some bouillon. I have Better Than bouillon right now, so I'm just gonna throw this in. If you have Worcestershire or something like that, you could also throw that in. I just like to get a little bit of a beef base flavor before I start putting in my beans and my tomatoes and all of that stuff. Now we are at my least favorite part, which is opening all of these cans. I just need to get an automatic instant can opener thing, but for now, I will be the can opener. The first thing that I'm throwing in is tomato sauce. I think sometimes I put tomato paste in, but I don't think I grabbed a can. I kind of just throw whatever I have in. We also have a can of these fire roasted diced tomatoes. I kind of feel like I usually put 2 cans of these in, but I'm only seeing one in my pantry area, so this is what we're working with. I am making a mess, but lastly we have this jar of can of crushed tomatoes. This is 28 ounces. Do not forget your beans. I have black and kidney. And our last step before just letting it simmer for a while is adding in a packet of chili seasoning. A lot of people have their own blend that they put together, but I just use a packet from the store. I buy the hot, but feel free to buy whatever you like. Here is a quick look of everything combined, and I'm just gonna let this simmer on low for a few hours until it's ready to serve. It is time to eat dinner, so let's plate up our chili. I did change into something comfier. I like to eat my chili with some type of carb, whether it be some bread or rice or a potato. And tonight we made some rice, so I'm gonna use that as the base. Okay, we just have some white rice that I made in the Instant Pot. Next, I put the chili over it, so here is how it turned out. Now is my favorite part. We are gonna doctor this up with some toppings. So we have some Colby Jack cheese. Then I did a scoop of sour cream. I'm going to do 3 slices of fresh jalapeno. And I love onion, so I'm gonna do a lot of onion. And that is how I make and serve my chili. Cheers, guys.